Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. I've been Temu'd in the wrong way whatsoever. These are great little faces, or should I say big faces. Stick around, you'll find out why I've been Temu'd. This is to say thank you to my members. Thank you so much for supporting me, and to my subscribers and likers, watchers, commenters. Those two who watch to the end, because that's really important. It's what we all need. Yeah, these are much bigger than I expected. This is the second time that I have ordered something and it's been much bigger than I expected. I thought these were mini pumpkins, as in tiny, but I do like them. Oh my god, they are so silly. I love them. This is holographic glitter. It's very fine glitter. And I am going to be using Aquacast today. And this stuff sticks to moulds like glue. It's awesome. And I've already tried this on a coffin shelf that I don't actually remember where I've put. Typical. So I thought I'm going to try it on these pumpkins. In fact, I'm going to do several different things on these pumpkins. This one's going to be the holographic glitter. And I am going to put a tint in the actual Aquacast, just in case I've got any missing spots of the glitter, or, you know, heaven forbid it doesn't actually stick. So I mix this like a madwoman. You don't want to put too many bubbles in it though. But I'm just trying to make sure it's mixed and not stuck at the bottom. I'm a swine for getting it stuck at the bottom of things. Tina sent me these, bless her. And it's a gorgeous blue. Obviously it's a dark blue, then you've got it to the white. It makes it lighter. You could add more and make it darker, and it will cure lighter than this. But it's nice, and you get a good squeeze. Make sure you've got all the little nooks and crannies, and you can see the glitters floating. I did put way too much in the actual, what do you call that bit at the top? Oh heck, stem thing. So it did float a little. Now I'm not worried about what colour's going into this one, because the next one is going to be, well, much darker. Is this the one I do that's darker? Yes, I think I used purple in this one. And I'm mixing it again the same way. And can you see that blooming great bubble in the middle? It does go away. This is very good at degassing itself. But you do have to tap the heck out of it. And as usual, I didn't tap it enough. Obviously. Because some of them have got a few bubbles, but I'm okay with that. Because they're pumpkins. They're not supposed to be perfect. So, yeah. I am using purple. There we go. And I do like this colour. It's very nice. Very purpley. And again, look, another one. Anybody else does that? Just try and squeeze your bottles and realise that actually, you know, it's got the lid on. And then before I started pouring it in, I thought, oh, I better shake it actually, because I ain't shook this one. And I kind of went a little heavy-handed with the purple. Don't be me. You don't need that much. It is a nice purple though. And now that, because there's a little bit of blue mixed in there too, it's made it more of a creamy colour. Yeah. Does that even make sense? No, I don't think it does. It's me, I don't make sense. So this one is just going to be purple. So we've had one with glitter on, one with just purple colouring. So that's two so far. And again, squeeze it, give it a good squish, and then pour it to the top. Obviously not, because I didn't quite have enough, which, that's fine. Just scrape the heck out of the thing, make a bit more up, it's all good. and whatever's left out of that I will stick into another one, because what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to paint it. I did paint it, I'm sure I did. Yes, I did. Oh my days. Actually, I got the what do you call them, paints out, the iridescent, no, flash paints. Oh my, I love them flash paints. I've even got people buying them now because they're so pretty, and they're dirt cheap and they last forever. I've barely touched my paints and I seem to use it on everything. I can't help it. They're just so scrummy. I think I've put the link in the description box. I will check that. I'm sure I have. I'm sure it's there continuously. Because they're just so nice. It's from Amazon anyway. So yeah, I'm just topping this one up and putting a tad too much in, I think, as well. But that's fine. So this one's going to be a chuck-in pot, pumpkin. Whatever I've got left, that one's getting it, because that one's going to be painted. So it doesn't matter what colour it is, although it does come out rather nice. Yeah, but these pumpkins, oh dear. When I looked at them before I emptied them out, it was like, really? These are not what I saw or what I expected. Well, I love them. They're hilarious. They make my day. They really do. So yeah, I just put too much in there, so I took a little bit out with my whisk so it don't dribble everywhere. It's easy enough, and I nearly knocked it over. For this one, I'm using mica. Mica does stick to Aquacast, and it sticks nicely. And I was gonna do streaks, and then I decided, you know what, nah, let's just go for it. So I can't even remember what colour the actual pumpkin was. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make this one black, because if you put black behind the micas like this, and this is, I think, it's a chameleon. It's just a Temu thing, so it's not like your posh knobs, Toonpish, Tiny Turner ones. I do have a couple of them, only a couple, but I didn't know how these would go, so I didn't want to put that on yet. But now I've seen them, oh my, I like them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these pumpkins, but my word, one of them looks like Shrek. It does, it really does look like Shrek. And then the other faces, my daughter said, do you know, it looks like you just nicked the faces of Thomas Tank Engine. And I kept looking at him thinking, oh my god, she's right, I see Thomas too. Or if you've seen Labyrinth film, the stones, the warning stones, one of them looks like that too. So I'm like, in my element. These are they're adorable. They're grumpy, they're smiley, they're just, I love them. For pumpkins, these are brilliant, and I need to figure out another way of using them. I really do, because there's something about them that just screams, do something else. I like them so much. And this is going, like I said, I'm not cleaning my pot out because I'm putting black in next, so I'm not really bothered. And I'm mixing up some more, and I wasn't sure how much more I'd need for this one. I don't know the measurements to any of these. And with Aquacast, I have used the Idiot's Guide on the website, but I never have enough anyway when I use it that way. I don't know if it's because me and numbers don't work, or I don't know, I do something wrong. So I'm better off winging it. And this black, I may have to get a new bottle of this stuff, because I like the black. it is so nice. Yeah, I kind of get a bit carried away with the black because I'm also going to do a marbling one, and yeah, I do go overboard with black. It is a marble, it's just not very good marble, but it's just showing you another technique, another thing to use with Aquacast. So far, just to recap, we've had glitter, we've had mica, we've had the colour to put in, we're going to paint, and I've forgotten. Oh, you haven't seen this one yet. This one I really like. Not the one I'm doing, but the one I'm talking about. I mean, I wish I'd have done it on one of the others and not this particular face. Although, it's very... You know those Chinese soldiers? The stonework ones. There is a name for them. Army? Chinese army? Oh, I can't remember. They're in a lot of films anyway. Usually they're getting crushed. This one, I'm putting gold flakes in. This is the one that's going to look more oriental. Yeah. Now, I use my tweezers just so I can shove it in because I couldn't get my fat fingers in the pot. And I do kind of use rather a lot. That much so that when it cured and I emptied it out, the stalk was a little bit weird. But saying that, I also like it because it makes it look like there's gold running through it. Now I'm just burnishing on the gold flakes so then they're not floating around inside the Aquacast and they're thoroughly stuck to the silicone. Yes, silicone. Oh, God grief. Me and my mouth aren't working today. So, I have got way too much in there. So I'm just spreading it around a bit. I didn't want a lot in, but I like it. Does it look like the pot? I mean, does the whole thing look like it does in the actual silicone? No. You can see the colours. It has made a lot of pitting, but where the pitting is, there is gold. So it kind of looks very ancient, and his nose is a little bit broken, where it's not quite caught because of the bubbles, but the gold's hit the nose, so it looks quite cool. I do like them. I like them all. I've said it. I'm raving about these. That's because they're strange and unusual, and I like strange and unusual. Although I still wish I'd got smaller versions, because that's what I was aiming for. I wanted them for something, and now I haven't got them, so I'm just going to have to make some. Which is not a problem. I can make pumpkins with strange looks on them, but I just wanted to cheat. Kind of not have to use so much energy. But this one is another one that I've not opened up yet, and I'm going to use a green, and I like this green. Again, it does cure lighter because obviously a green then the white mixed together does make a lighter colour, and it also cures lighter because the moisture has come out. So it does look quite jade, a jade effect. It's really nice actually. And I'm also going to be using markers on here, acrylic markers. I think I used the Artex ones. I think actually I might have used a mix of pens on this, because there were some finer lines and things. I'm not quite sure what I used, but I definitely used the Artex because the black and the green, lovely. So you still have to kind of squish this, but you've really got to be careful. She says that she squishes the heck out of it. That was me trying to squish the stem. Waste of time. Because I didn't actually catch the stem. You've really got to be careful where you find the nub for the stem. Oh dear. Because it's all like one piece. It's very odd, but yeah. So that's that one. And it's on a slight kilter. But it's on a cutting mat, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. It is sticking to the mat. And I'm just going to add this last bit to this pumpkin. I think this is my last pumpkin. I can't remember. And I've lost count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure there were 7. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it looks like there were 6. Could have sworn there were 7. Oh, and I also use what's left in here to make little scrolls. But they're for a future project. Of which I haven't figured out what that future project is yet. But I am thinking something with lights. So we'll see. Because I've got quite a few of these skulls. Quite a lot of these skulls. Yeah. Too many. How can you have too many skulls? You can't, not really. So this one's going to be a green and black marble. Yeah, sort of a marble. I put in far too many drops. And I used the wrong thing to mix it. Because I used the whisk, it kind of kept the colour on the top. If I'd have used a stick, I could have poked it down a bit better and watched what I was doing. Maybe just put 1 drop in, not this many. Yeah, like I say, I get very heavy-handed with the black. It is my favourite colour. Black, purple and grinchy green. So yeah, I tried not to mix it too much. But as you see, as I pour it in, it's just, yeah. I had to kind of stop so I could mix it again. And it's more stone looking than a marble. It's just, yeah. So you do have to be careful as well on how you squeeze it so you don't mess it up. And I think I messed it up. Which is not a problem. It still looked nice. And it's the eyes. You won't see me paint the eyes. I thought I'd leave that for a surprise. Because when the eyes are in, oh my god. Oh dear. But this is the two-tone one, the leftovers. He will be painted. But you can see there's quite a lot of bubbles. And I was going to just, grind them out. But I kind of like them in it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you get bruised and battered pumpkins in real life. So, yeah, these are bruised and battered, in my opinion. Is it this one that looks like Shrek? Yeah, it is. My daughter went, "You've got to make that one green." I'm like, yeah, I've got to do a green one. Because he does look like Shrek. Look at that face. It's adorable. I proper enjoyed doing these. And this one is the black marble. Like I said, there is a marble. It's just not a very good marble. And when it calms down, well, not calms down, when it cures completely, you don't see much of that black smudge. And you'll have to excuse what's going off with this video. I don't know why it's pixelating. If you can see it. I don't know if it's just my software at the minute. This one. I love this one. It's got such a sweet face. And that's the mica. And I'm rubbing it, look, see, show you it doesn't come off. I will seal it anyway, but it doesn't come off. And I've just realised I've left that as it is. Silly. Should put your mould straight away back to normal. And this one really does look like ancient stone. It's we know with gold running through it, but you can see I'm having to pull the gold off the top because it's not, I've just put too much in, and you can see all that falling off. That's not actually from that, it's from the brush itself, from when I went through with the glitter. But look at that, proper nice. I like that. And when the colour calms down, when it's cured, it's even nicer. Now this one, I think this one is my favourite in the faces. And there's just a teeny tiny bit that comes off onto my hand. But it's just so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the bits I need to paint. Varnish whatever I need to varnish when they've had the curing time. And you'll see in the pictures the eyes painted and the vines, the stalks being painted, and at the side there is all the little skulls I'd got left over. So enjoy the pictures, and I hope to see you all again in the next one. And don't forget to check out the video I've linked at the end. You may enjoy that one too, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.